ṣòfò nípa gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ tafà sókè tẹ́ ẹ yí tó borí àmọ̀ yín o àmọ̀ yín atúndáyìn mọ̀ gidi ṣe bẹ́yìn náà ni àbẹ́yìn kọ́. Àbẹ́yìn kọ́ ẹ̀yin ní kúkú lọ́sàn-án gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ láàrin òru òsìkà tán tẹsẹ̀ mọ́rìn ẹ̀yin apọmọ ọlọ́mọlẹ́kúnjayé ẹ̀yin ọ̀jálẹ̀ onílé bọ́tì ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin lọ yíyín ẹ̀yin lọ gàlẹ̀ ẹni tá a bá múlẹ̀ tó sì dání ẹni tá a pọ́n léyìn tó tún mú eyín tó fi gé wa jẹ ọ̀tá àwa ò ní rójú sílé ń jó wa ò ní lè jáde ẹ̀dìtì òkè yóò wo mọ́lẹ̀ ẹni tí ń bá wa sọ̀tà kí wọ́n máa wú bí ẹyẹ bàǹkì lẹ́yẹ wú.
ẹni tá a gbọ́n lágbọ̀n ọ̀tá ẹ máa rọ̀ mí rárá ìgèdè ẹnu wọn ẹ máa rọ̀ mí o. àbìlù ẹnu wọn ẹ máa rọ̀ mí o. ìgèdè ẹnu wọn ẹ máa rọ̀ mí o. àbìlù ẹnu wọn ẹ máa rọ̀ mí o. ìgèdè ẹnu wọn ẹ máa rọ̀ mí o. ẹni tá a gbọ́n lágbọ̀n ọ̀tá ẹ máa rọ̀ mí rárá ìgèdè ẹnu wọn ẹ máa rọ̀ mí o.
àtọ̀tá alé àtọ̀tá òde tí wọ́n ń wá níná kí wọ́n mọ̀ lè rí ná bí ẹkún ní ṣe gbére ọ̀rọ̀ òun kì í tánú ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ọ̀tá inú mọ̀lẹ́bí tí wọ́n bá ti jí tí wọ́n ń gbèrò ibi sí wa ọ̀sán gangan là gbáriwo sílé ẹkún bí ọ̀pọ̀ ní ṣe àparò ariwo ẹkún ni yóò gbalé ọ̀tá mi lọ ẹ̀dà lẹ̀kẹ̀ kì í rójú àtòkùn bọ̀.
Alafia, greetings everyone. Thank you for joining us here on OORadio. We are so honored to have Iyalode Yeyefini Efunbolade join us on the first Tuesday of each month. This is going to be our first in her series of coming on here on the first Tuesday of each month. So we're very, very grateful for her taking the time out of her very busy schedule and joining us here on OORadio. We would like to thank everyone who's in our chat room. We have Kafense in the chat room. We have Nina in the chat room. We have Moremi in the chat room. We have Ifa Webe, Monique in the chat room. Efunbolade is in the chat room. Just a minute ago, we have guests in the chat room. Guests, if you would go and sign up for a Blog Talk account so that you will be able to communicate with us while we're on the air. You can go to www.blogtalkradio.com and sign up. It's free. Also, be sure to mark us in your favorites. And thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you all joining us today. I hope that our guests will get their sign-ins so they will be able to talk to us. This is going to be a very, very great show. I'm very interested in this topic that we're going to be talking about today, which is spirituality and finances and how do we achieve spirituality and financial wealth and how do we achieve that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the prayer, and then we're going to go ahead and get Iyalode in here. Again, Alafia to everyone who's in our chat room, everyone who's on our phone lines, and those of you who will be joining us in archives later on. We really do appreciate you supporting OORadio. We do have a few announcements today. A new show we'll be launching tomorrow, and a little bit more business. So we're going to do that right after the prayer. So, again, thank you all for joining us, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the prayer. Omitutu, Iletutu, Onatutu, Tutularoye. Olodumare Ajuba, Bobo Iku Oluwatembelese, Olodumare Ibara Sarun, Mojuba bobo babanla tiyanla. Mojuba bobo ekute mi. Mojuba bobo ekute bobo enya. Mojuba bobo aworo tiku. Kinka mashe oni tifelu ekeji. Kinka mashe alafito yo adeyemi. Kinka mashe aba adejibe alashe tunji. Kinka mashe Yeyefini. Kinka mashe yaloshi semi oyati. Kinka mashe bobo aworo. Kinka mashe bobo babalosha tialosha. Kinka mashe bobo babalawa tianifa. Kinka mashe bobo amoa watia petebi ifa. Kinka mashe bobo warafashinu. Kinka mashe bobo kuwanile. We give honor and praise to our personal ancestors, to the ancestors of all of our guests and our listeners. We give honor and praise to the priestly dead. We ask that nothing bad happens to any of our spiritual leaders, any of our godfathers or godmothers, any of the Babalawas, the fathers of mysteries, or mothers or mothers of Ifa. We ask that nothing bad happens to any of the students or the wives of Oromila. We ask that nothing bad happens to any of our priests. Mokia Legba Mokia Ogun, Mokia Trosi Mokia Osun, Mokia Batala Mokia Fa, Mokia Beji Mokia Ya, Mokia Yamonja Mokia Oshun, Mokia Bobo Orisha. I salute all of the deities of water, fire, earth, and air. Kosi Iku Kosi Arun, Kosi Eyo, Kosi Alfa, Kosi Ona, Kosi Burubu, Kosi Alapa, Kosi Tipo, Kosi Araye. I ask that all negativity is kept away from OORadio, from our guests, from all of our listeners, as well as myself. Jowo, Jeki Ire, Alafia, Abomo Sala, Ifai Shegun Lo, Wo Orida Datie Nudun. Jowo, Jeki Molire, Tola Ire Aye, Ire Rinchoko, Ire Obirin, Ire Okorin, Ire Didewapio Lokun, Ire Omar, Ire Eleda, Ire Atonawa. I ask that all good things and blessings are sent to OORadio, to our guests, to all of our listeners, as well as myself. I ask that blessings come from the heavens, blessings come from the feet of the ancestors, blessings come from the feet of Olodumare, blessings come from men, from women, from children, from the top of the ocean to the bottom of the mountain. I ask that the ancestors and the Orishas will please keep us, will please protect us, will please guide us with good character, with humbleness, with peace, with understanding, and with preserving the culture and tradition of the ancient Yoruba ancestors. In the name of all of the Orishas, in the name of all the ancestors, so please bless all of our listeners, to bless our guests. Thank you for our guest, Iyalode Yeyefini Efunbolade, for all of the wonderful work that she's doing in the community. We salute her as she has made 40 years of her anniversary of her ordination to Abatala. We say, Efa Arisha, Fun Fun, Babana, Tobi, Mokini, Okunio, Baba mi Abatala, Okunio, Ya mi Abatala. I do pray for Iyalode, for Ire, Alafia Bomo, Bara, Ifai Shegun, Lo, Wo, Orida, Tie, Nudun. Allah Kereye, Tie, I do pray Abatala, Asha, Fun Ni. We salute Abatala in all of his wonderful name and all of his wonderful glory. We thank Abatala for bringing Yeyefini to the world, for allowing her to touch the world, for allowing her to do all of the wonderful work that she does in the community. And we ask that Abatala continues to bless her, to keep her, and to love her, and to guide her, and to direct her. We know that the Orishas are they are in charge, and that we are their vessels, we are their puppets, and that we ask them to continue to guide and direct Iyalode Yeyefini, and to continue to guide and direct her family, and continue to bless her. We say, I do pray, Ariku Babawa. Again, welcome everyone to OORadio. We are so happy to have everyone here today. We do have a few announcements. Starting tomorrow evening, we will be having Ayoka Wild will be doing a show on OORadio called Voices of Vision, and it is going to be a great show. I'm very excited about it. She's going to be starting her show on here, and I hope that everyone will come out and support her and show her a lot of love. We do welcome everyone to call in tonight to our call-in number, 347-934-0126. That's 347-934-0126. And press the 1 and join our conversation. We do invite you to do that. We would like to have our listeners to call in and to show love to our guests that come on the show and give them your energy and everything by contributing to the conversation and dialoguing with us. So please call into our call-in number at 347-934-0126. Just a few more Omoduduwa Radio announcements. We also have Ifate Unshel Shadele, which comes on Sunday evenings from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he does Ifa Code of Conduct. He did his second show back on Omoduduwa Radio on Sunday, and we had a wonderful time. He goes over the Odus and breaks them down, and a lot of knowledge. So please go back. If you have not had an opportunity to check out that show, please go back and check out that show. We also have all of our shows that we have done over the last 16, 17 months of the conception of Omoduduwa Radio, and we are very, very happy with all of the wonderful elders and young people who come on the show and have shared their knowledge. And you are able to go through the archives and check them all out and be able to listen to them and get a lot of knowledge and understanding for Yoruba culture and Yoruba tradition. So we thank all of our guests that we've had on the show. Be sure to join us again tomorrow at 9:30 to 10:30 with Ayoka Wiles for Voices of Vision, which will be her premiere show here on Omoduduwa Radio. We are having a few more shows in the works, which will be coming in the next few weeks or so be on the lookout for those. We are going to take a quick break before we bring in Iyalode, and actually we're going to go ahead and bring her in and allow her to I need her to press the number 1 because I have 2954 numbers on here. So if she would press the number 1 to let us know that she is ready to go. Okay, there we go. And we want to thank everyone again in the chat room. It's starting to fill up. I do pray for everybody who has joined us in the chat room. Again, we have a lot of visitors, a lot of guests, so if you all will get a Blog Talk account, you will be able to conversate with us during the program. So without further ado, Iyalode Yeyefini Efunbolade. Alafia, Iyalode, how are you?
Oh, Alafia, Ani Adupoy, I am doing very well, thank you. Trying to see if I can log into this thing.
I do pray. First of all, we have to tell you a happy birthday at Kuodun, Batala, and you also had your natal birthday on the other day. So at Kuodun,
yes.
2 times.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I was in the room at my birthday because that was what was required. It said that if I didn't get initiated by the time I was 24, 23, I would be dead. So that's why my Orisha birthday is the same time as my birthday. So thank you very much. Yeah. They read me and told me I had to get in the room quick. So thank you so much for the prayer, and it just touched my heart, and thank you so much for the well wishes. Yes, it was a very great celebration. So thank you all of you that came and sent those that weren't here in person, sent the love and that I felt it. So thank you again.
I say. Well, before we get started, I want you to go ahead and let them know what they will find on your website at yeyefini.com. Let them know about your book and how they can get in contact with you, because I'm sure they may have other questions or want to get further information. So I'm going to go ahead and let you kind of introduce yourself. We're getting a lot of new listeners, and we appreciate all of our new listeners who are joining us here on Omoduduwa Radio.
I figured how to get in. I'm in. Oh, okay, I'm great.
What's that?
I said I finally saw how I could get in on the signing in on Blog Talk, so I'm in. Okay. Well, you can get in touch with me at yeyefini.com. And when you go to my website, you can see all of